Okay, guys, let's have a look at what's going on here. Watch Trump campaign releases devastating ad exposing Kamala Harris by having her debate herself. Well done. The debate we've all been waiting for, Harris versus Harris. Kamala Harris has successfully undergone an image makeover following the Biden coup thanks to a fawning press and catchy cliches, while avoiding all questions and interviews that could trip her up. Since reporters will not do their job exposing Harris's horrible record as vice president and her Marxist agenda for America, the pressure is on the Trump campaign to ensure Americans are fully exposed to the real Kamala Harris before it's too late. Fortunately, the campaign appears up for this challenging task. This morning, the Trump campaign released an advertisement that completely tears away the wool being draped over the public's eyes. The devastating ad perfectly exposes the fraud of Harris' campaign merely by quoting her own words. She is seen debating herself, with the first Kamala lamenting America's economic problems with inflation and housing, while the second Kamala celebrates Bidenomics. In other words, she accepts responsibility for the hardships the public is enduring under her and Biden's regime. So much for her trying to campaign as the candidate of joy and change. Okay, election 2024, the Trump campaign is up with a new ad running this morning attacking Harris on the economy and inflation. Let's have a look.
J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread cost 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Great ad. Kamala won everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. Kamala 2, that's called Bidenomics. Yes, we just heard that. One can only hope that Trump will get his chance to corner Harris with these cold, hard facts during their next scheduled debate on September the 10th. Unfortunately, she's currently doing everything she possibly can to ensure it never happens. By the way, she really is. She really is trying to get out of that any way she can. Okay, and check this one out. Watch Secret Service agent violently pushes peasants out of the way so Jill Biden can go on a shopping spree in California. Look at the contrast between how Secret Service treats people near Jill Biden versus how they treated a gunman wandering around a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Joe and Jill Biden took a taxpayer-funded week-long vacation in San Ynez, California last week. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway. Secret Service agents violently pushed peasants out of the way so Jill Biden could go on a shopping spree on Friday afternoon. Jill Biden made a surprise visit in Los Olivos, and bystanders with cameras were roughly cleared out. One woman was violently pushed away. "Out of the roadway, move on, go. Move now, go," one member of Jill Biden's security detail shouted as he violently pushed the woman. Jill Biden visited Los Olivos for a little shopping accompanied by her son Hunter Biden and family, along with more than 10 Secret Service agents and local law enforcement, a local station reported last week. During the Biden family visit, the group stopped at several stores, the local reporter said. Jill Biden and the rest of the Biden parasites just spent 30 minutes in Los Olivos. They disrupted the small town and spent taxpayer money on nearly a dozen Secret Service agents and local law enforcement officers so Queen Jill could go on a shopping spree. This is why Jill Biden covered up her husband's dementia. She's a power-hungry elitist who loves watching peasants get manhandled so she can stroll and shop on taxpayer dime. Notice how Jill Biden's security detail is all men. The ponytail brigade is only reserved for President Trump. Let's have a little look.
The First Lady and her family made a surprise visit to Los Olivos today.
Out of the roadway! Move! Now! Now! Go!
Some chaotic moments in the usually quiet community of Los Olivos Friday afternoon as the Bidens hit the town. Dr. Jill Biden.
Wow. Bit rough, mate. Joe Biden and his family on Sunday returned to Delaware after a week-long vacation in Santa Barbara, California. What do they do other than vacation? Biden is spending another 9 days on vacation at his Rehoboth Beach, Delaware house. American taxpayers are spending millions of dollars on planes, helicopters, motorcades and Secret Service to ferry Biden's family of leeches all over the country on endless vacations. Jesus. These people, they can't do anything, can they? They are bloody hopeless, a lot of them, on purpose. Okay, then we have Victor Reacts. A vote for Kamala is a vote for this video. Let's have a look. What is this? Is this the little video here, is it?
A vote for Kamala is a vote for more Harris migrant crime and stories just like this one, where an illegal alien has been arrested and pled guilty for sexually abusing a 7-year-old girl in New York. Thanks to the failed border czar, we've had millions and millions of illegal aliens pouring into our country for the last couple of years, and now, unfortunately, stories like this have become nearly a daily occurrence. Harris and congressional Democrats could have stopped this a long time ago if they only wanted to. Legislation like, for example, H.R. 2, the Secure the Border Act, which was passed by the House back in 2023, has sat dormant on Chuck Schumer's desk since then. She'll make promises about what she's going to do if she's put into office. Meanwhile, she's in office right now and refuses to do anything to secure our border. Because of that, innocent Americans will continue to suffer.
Correct. No, we don't want that to play. Please, God, don't let it play. I don't want
And that is
No.
the time in
That's
any
sophistry.
Oh, I don't want to hear Elizabeth Warren. No, thank you. Please, no. No. The pretend native of America. Okay. Okay, where are we? Thanks to border czar Kamala Harris, more than 15 million illegal aliens, mostly military-age males, have... Sorry, I've got stuttering problem right now. Have crossed over the border since Joe Biden took office in January 2021. Innocent American women and girls are being raped and murdered by Kamala Harris's illegal aliens. One of Kamala's illegals was arrested in Ulster County, New York, for abusing a 7-year-old girl in New York. According to the Ulster County District Attorney Carlos Fernando Pinola Pop, 41, subjected a 7-year-old girl to child to sexual assault with his hands and penis on her vagina. The child victim told her mother, who informed a third-party community member. The third party contacted police and the defendant was arrested by the Kingston Police Department on October the 13th, 2023. He pleaded guilty last week to first-degree sexual abuse of a 7-year-old girl, Class D violent sex offence. He faces up to 7 years in prison and possible deportation after he finishes his prison term. Well, hopefully they do. And don't let him out early, for God's sake, because they normally have a really bad habit of putting pedos in prison for like 6 months. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the famous ones. They get like 6 months and they're let out again. Yeah, no, thank you. We need to actually, hold them to account, keep them locked up, or deport them if they come from somewhere else. We also have Jack Smith trying his hardest to keep this court case going against Trump. Not working. Special counsel Jack Smith filed his brief appealing Judge Eileen Cannon's dismissal of the classified documents case against President Trump. Last month, Jack Smith appealed Judge Cannon's decision to toss the classified documents case to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Judge Eileen Cannon last month dismissed Jack Smith's classified documents case based on unlawful appointment and funding of the special counsel. The charges waged against Trump and his co-defendants, Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira, were all tossed. Jack Smith indicted Trump on 37 federal counts in Miami in June 2023 for lawfully storing presidential records at his Mar-a-Lago estate, which was protected by Secret Service agents. And he had the right to do it. Trump was charged with 31 counts under the Espionage Act of willful retention of national defense information and 6 other process crimes stemming from his conversations with his lawyer. Judge Cannon dismissed the entire case. The clerk is directed to close this case, Cannon wrote. Cannon dismissed Jack Smith's case based on both unconstitutional elements, the appointment by US Attorney Merrick Garland, and the unlimited funding given to Jack Smith, both without the approval of Congress. Jack Smith recently appealed Judge Cannon's decision to toss the classified documents case to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. The appeals court provided a schedule that requires Trump and Jack Smith to file briefs through October, which means his chances of reviving the case will not happen before the election after all. after all the legal briefs are filed and court hears oral arguments. On Monday, Jack Smith filed his first brief appealing Judge Cannon's dismissal of the classified documents case and rehashed the same tired DOJ arguments that were already denied by Judge Cannon. Sucko, Jack Smith. You failure. It wasn't even constitutional. They didn't even do it right. And Jack Smith is like some guy off the street. So can any of us off the street go in and start, okay, hold Kamala and Joe Biden to account? Can we? Can we? Please? Dirty Brian Kemp asks Georgia AG if he has the authority to remove courageous GA state election board members who are implementing election integrity reforms. Of course he does, because they want to cheat. And over here, Megyn Kelly is apparently smashing the fake news media, more YouTube views than NBC, CBS, CNBC and BBC combined. Democrats panic after Wisconsin Supreme Court rules Green Party candidate Jill Stein can remain on ballot in crucial swing state. Is she okay? Visibly shaking. Biden. Is Joe okay? I don't know why I said, is she okay? I don't know. Is Joe okay? Visibly shaking. Biden needed help getting an SUV again, but a reporter held the story for a week. Let's have a look. Exactly who's running the country. Because I don't think this potato and chief is. Seriously? Look, the man needs a blanket, a wheelchair, maybe a visit to Gitmo. I don't know. Yeah. He needs something, and certainly not to be in charge of the free world. It appears the Secret Service has practiced with Biden, helping him climb into the SUV last month, a couple of days before dropping out of the presidential race. Biden needed to be pushed into the SUV upon arrival in Dover, Delaware, after he suffered a mystery medical incident in Las Vegas after being diagnosed with COVID. Biden was immediately flown home to Delaware instead of the White House. What's going on? And who's running the country? Seriously. There's no one in charge, guys. There's no one. It's just like a free-for-all. I don't know. Who's running it? Probably Obama. Probably behind Kamala. Is she running it? I don't even know. Who's running everything right now? This is insane. We need you for the next 4 years. President Trump visits Vietnamese restaurant in Virginia, and believe me, I just showed it on my other channel. They say we need you for 4 years. No communism, no communism, no communism. Okay. Breaking Texas Governor Greg Abbott removes over 1 million eligible voters, including nearly 500,000 dead people and thousands of non-citizens from states' voter rolls. Okay, look, if I die, please don't let me vote for Joe Biden. Or any of the Democrats, okay? Or anyone else. Anyone else who... Please look after your family. Do not let them vote for a Democrat after they've died, okay? Oh, dear God. This is insane. Okay, I've already done that lady on another... Emmanuel Macron sets X on fire with his blatant lie on France's commitment to freedom of expression after Telegram founder is locked up for not censoring speech. List of charges against Pavel Durov released. Bad news for Mark Zuckerberg. What's the bad news for Mark Zuckerberg? We know that Pavel was arrested in France because of the country's censorship laws. This is crazy. On Monday, French President Emmanuel Macron tweeted out about Jourov's arrest and detention in prison. Macron insists it's not politically motivated and that France really truly is committed to freedom of expression, if it's approved by the tyrannical government, of course. Macron's tweet was immediately criticised by ex-users who called out his BS. Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovski blasted the French president. Rumble was forced to shut down operations in France because the country has no commitment to freedom of expression. You're lying. We have a letter from France that proves this without a doubt. For Rumble, we had to shut down Rumble in France because you have no commitment to freedom of speech. Zero Hedge posted the list of charges Pavel Durov is currently facing in France. They accuse him of possessing pornographic images of children on his app. This is horrible news for Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook and Instagram reportedly allow predators to trade child porn online. When will the Zuckerbergs be locked up? Here's a list of charges against Durov. Okay, so because the site is free and people share things, okay, that's why he has been, because of the pornographic of minors, okay? Well, Facebook and Instagram does a whole lot of that. They allow it. So when are they getting arrested? I would like to know, wouldn't you? I would love to know when Mark Zuckerberg is going to be arrested. Anyway, you can let me know what you think of all this down below. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening. And I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.